put a rainbow in the sky. God put a rainbow in the sky. Traci Braxton was a singer, actress, and television personality. She is well known for being a part of the musically gifted family, the Braxtons. She is also known for her radio show and chart-topping hits. Her bubbly and down-to-earth personality were captivating to many. As a successful singer, actress, and television personality, her journey to the top has not been a walk in the park. She has endured many disappointments and had to work extremely hard to get to where she was. Traci Renee Braxton was born on April 2nd, 1971 in Severn, Maryland. Her father, Michael Braxton Sr., was a Methodist clergyman and a power company worker. Her mother, Evelyn Jackson, was a former opera singer, cosmetologist, and pastor. Traci has an older brother, Michael Jr., and 4 sisters, Toni, Towanda, Trina, and Tamar. Traci and her siblings said they were raised in a strict religious household, but started to make light of things with music. The sisters began to harmonize together when a then 5-year-old Tamar demanded somebody get me some toilet paper. Each sister and brother Michael soon after went to the bathroom and began singing the toilet paper song. Somebody give me some toilet paper. The Braxtons credit this incident as their first songwriting experience and the first time that they harmonized as a group. Growing up, they sang in the choir at several churches and toured the East Coast with their parents, singing at various events. The siblings got their first big break when their older sister, Toni Braxton, was discovered singing while pumping gas. Toni Braxton went off to State University to obtain a teaching degree, but later decided to sing professionally after Bill Petaway, working as an attendant at the service station where she was refueling, recognized her from local performances and introduced himself, saying that he wanted to produce her. Not long after, Toni, Traci, Towanda, Trina, and Tamar Braxton signed their first record deal with Arista Records in 1989. In 1990, they released their first single, Good Life. Time for a peaceful world. Together we can build. Their only single as a fivesome, Good Life peaked at number 79 on the Billboard Hot R&B and hip-hop charts. Unfortunately, at the time of the single's release, the members' age differences created a problem with marketing. Consequently, the Braxtons were dropped from their first deal. In 1991, during a showcase with Antonio L.A. Reid and Kenneth Babyface Edmonds, who were in the process of forming LaFace Records, Toni Braxton, minus her 4 sisters, were chosen and signed as the label's first female solo artist. However, Traci, Towanda, Trina, and Tamar were allegedly told that LaFace weren't looking for another girl group since they had just signed TLC. After Toni's departure from the group in 1991, the remaining Braxton members became backup singers for Toni's first U.S. tour, music video, and promotional appearances.
The introductions.
Oh, these are my sisters, my younger sibling. This is my sister Traci, my baby sister Tamar, sister Trina, and Towanda.
And they're your backup singers on the road too? Mm-hmm. And mom chaperones backstage?
Yes.
Traci, Towanda, Trina, and Tamar were featured in the music video for Toni Braxton's third single, 7 Whole Days. In 1999, LaFace Records eventually signed the Braxtons. However, the group never released an album or single for the record label. When L.A. Reid moved on to work for Atlantic Records, he convinced executives at LaFace to allow him to take the group to Atlantic as well. During this time, Traci became romantically involved with the love of her life, Kevin Surratt. Traci met Kevin when they were young. The two later struck a friendship and romance, which later led to her becoming pregnant. This later affected Traci's part in the group. It was not confirmed until later that Traci was not allowed to sign with Atlantic because of her pregnancy at the time, although her sister Trina just had a baby.
When my sisters, when they were in the group called the Braxtons, Trina got pregnant originally.
Okay.
And she had her son, and then they got signed. But right after, Traci got pregnant. But she couldn't sign because she was pregnant. The record company didn't want to sign a pregnant woman. Trina was allowed to be in the group and go on anyway.
Traci stepped away from the music industry in the late 90s to focus on being a mother, loving wife, and hairstylist. Kevin Jr. was born on January 10, 1996. As for Traci and Kevin Sr., they later married in 1999. In 2011, Traci stepped back into the spotlight to reunite with her sisters for a reality show called Braxton Family Values. The show had very mixed reviews throughout the years. Several family secrets were revealed on the show, including Traci's true feelings and being dismissed from the group in the 90s. Later within the years, Traci announced she grew to be more understanding about the decision.
I think there's pain with that, though, because she feels left behind.
It really is.
Yeah.
And I am seeking counseling. I am.
Okay. But I think I'm glad this happened because now I would definitely make sure I'm more cognitive to make sure my sister Traci is included and feels as though she's part of the group.
However, in the 2000s, Traci was reclaiming her time and stepping out of her shell. Traci started to make more appearances as backing vocals for her sister's shows, especially with the help of her big sister Toni.
They said I will always be a background singer. I would never be a lead singer. So you can't let other people's opinions stop you.
Toni gave me a lot of positive feedback.
Traci is a diamond in the rough. It takes a lot of guts to get up there on stage and do it after such a long time. I am very proud.
In 2013, Traci began her solo career after signing with an independent label to release her first debut album. The same year, she got her own radio show called The Traci Braxton Show.
Hi everyone, I'm Traci Braxton of the Braxton Family Values, and I cannot wait for my show, Traci Braxton Show, to hit the airwaves on Bliss FM.
Her solo debut, Crash and Burn, was released on October 7, 2014. It was everything her fans needed. The album's lead single, Last Call, peaked at number 16 on the US R&B charts.
I'm so tired of the hurt, the house light is on, 'cause it's my last call.
Crash and Burn debuted on Billboard Hot 200. The success didn't stop from there. On January 14, 2015, she joined the judging panel of Miss DC America, and later in the year, she rejoined her sisters. Her and her sisters came back together and released their second album, Braxton Family Christmas. In 2016, Traci began working on her second studio album while stepping into acting. In 2017, she starred in a stage play called There's a Stranger in My House. In April of 2018, she released a single from her sophomore album called Broken Things, featuring her sisters Toni, Towanda, and Trina. On the same album, Traci released Lifeline as the official lead single for her second album on Earth. And at the same time, she made her movie acting debut in the feature film Sinners Wanted.
This is rolling. We're going to call him Pastor Slick because the glory of the Lord is inconceivable.
The next year, she appeared in the film All In, starring Little Mama and The Christmas Lottery. In May 2018, Traci became a Duchess when her son Kevin Jr. and girlfriend gave birth to a bubbly baby boy. While the term used when having a grandchild is grandmother, Traci revealed that she would choose the more royal title, Duchess. In the last few years, she continued to sing, but spent majority of her time around family. In 2021, Traci celebrated her son's wedding. She was extremely excited, even shared images to her fans and supporters. Although she was happy, several people were making allegations, which prompted her to turn off the comments. Traci never publicly addressed the concerns. It wasn't until March 11, 2022, when it was announced that Traci Braxton had passed away from cancer at the age of 50 years old. The Braxton and Surratt family acknowledged that Traci was diagnosed with cancer for about a year and privately went under a series of treatments. Her son, Kevin Jr., paid tribute to the singer's life on Instagram, stating that she fought to the end. The official statement from her management added she was surrounded by family and friends at the time of her passing. This news came as a shock to many people who felt connected to Traci and the Braxton family. Amongst the obvious, Traci Braxton was a great mother, wife, sister, and friend. May the beautiful soul rest in paradise.
Bye.